You see here, hi guys and gals. Well, not too long ago, I made a whiskey vlog, or was it a bourbon vlog? One or the other. Well, this time I have my whiskey vlog tasting t-shirt. Actually, it's a West Virginia t-shirt that was given to me by Imperceptible Me, Melissa. Now, what are we going to try today? We'll see how it goes. 1 or 2 drams. And no, I haven't had anything to drink today. Well, aside from water and coffee, that is. So, cleaning out that palate, as Andy Foodquig would say. We've got 2 possibilities. We've got the Balvenie Doublewood, which Andy had talked about, and actually I managed to find in our stores, and something called Laphroaid PX Cask. This one is rather special because you can only get it in duty frees. The other one you can get it in normal stores. So since Andy has actually already tested the Balvenie or whatever you want to pronounce it, I'll try that one as well and see if I find the same things as he did. The last time I made a little video putting his comments on. I won't do it this time because it doesn't have to always be the same. But it's the Balvenie Doublewood, and it's the 12-year-old one. And it's supposedly in oak and sherry casks. So let's see what this gives. Of course, Andy always has these great pops, which I never do. That's not coming off too well. That's a pity. It's looking rather messy here. You can see the difference between a pro. Well, let's see. Well, so much for that. Now, let's try it again. Well, a decent one this time. A decent. Not as nice as Andy's, but, you know, decent. So let's try it. So not too much. For those of you who would like to measure, it's really not too much. It's got a beautiful color. It's got a beautiful color. I'm going to put this so that you can see, not just me. Going around from the nose. It's already complex, but you can relate to the sherry casks. Okay. So yeah, you can see a kind of a bourbon smell coming out also as well. Some spices maybe. He mentioned plums and vanilla. I don't know if that was in the taste. I can't remember anymore now. I'll have to try it. Let's see. Let's go. Excuse me. I'm finding, excuse me, actually, that the alcohol, it might be the glass, the alcohol taste is rather overpowering at first. Apples, maybe. I don't find the plums. It's 40% volume. I was just going to check that, because sometimes if there's too much alcohol, but there isn't in that respect. Oh. Yeah, something like the vanilla taste, yes. Yeah, that's coming out now. Maybe it's because I have to, you know, swirl it around a little bit. This is quite nice. Albeit, I have to say, I have preferences for, I think it was the Glenfarclas. Yeah, it was the Glenfarclas that I had the last time. It was stronger in alcohol, but I found actually the taste was more complex. This though is very nice. You know, it's always the same. I think it depends not only, you know, whiskey is a bit like wine. It depends on your mood. It depends on a lot of things. If you've had a good meal before, it will taste different. If you've had nothing, I haven't had any food since lunch, so I purposely did this so that I would not have like an interaction, but yeah, maybe the alcohol taste is coming more to me that way. Okay, so I am going to stop here, just finish off this tablespoon that's left, and I'll get back to you when I've done that. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm back. So I've finished that tablespoon about that was left in that little dram. I quite like it, but I have to say that I am probably just simply not as good a taster as somebody like Andy, who gets out all those complex tastes. I like though the fact of the whiskey oak, as they call it, and the sherry oak. It does seem to actually add. You feel like you're drinking both somehow a bourbon in a way and a whiskey. There's no peat in this. This is not a peated whiskey. Now let's go to the Laphroaid, the PX cask. Oh, I got a little card like for adding a number if I go to Laphroaid. This is probably a liter. Yeah, it's a liter bottle because, like I said, it was a duty-free, and you can only get into duty-free. Oh, here's that little triangle thing. Let's see. Oh, you know, sometimes these can be a little bit of work. Not as experienced as some people, I guess, on these. Now let's see if I can get this one to pop. Yes! Yes! A real manly pop! Yes, Laphroaid. I already have to love this one. So this one here is actually also, this is a subtle third maturation in casks that once held Pedro Jimenez sherry. It's a Islay single malt Scotch whiskey. The Doublewood before was 12 years. There is, the first maturation is for our 10-year-old in its ex-bourbon barrels, followed by a transfer to quarter casks. The third maturation is in the large European oak PX casks, which originally was for the sherry. This results in triple maturation and the perfect marriage of peat smoke and oak, with a subtle distinctive richness from the sherry soaked wood. Okay, there is no age on this. No, it just says travel retail exclusive. Okay, so let's go and try it. Oops, there's a little bit of water from the washing here. So the color, well, probably slightly lighter, but very similar nevertheless. Oh my goodness, this is worlds difference. Worlds difference, what I mean is that there's the peat smell, which it's Laphroaid, so there's the peat smell which has remained. There was no peat smell or taste whatsoever in the Balvenie. Since it's medicinal though. Yeah, it's almost medicinal. This is quickly 48%. So that's 8% more than the other one. Man, this is nice. I always cough after having a glass like this. I was saying the peat though comes out more. Yeah, the smell is peat. I mean, for me, it overpowers, and it's kind of a medicinal smell. But when you have it in the mouth, It's funny, it's kind of like mellowed out. The peat's there. The alcohol taste remains, but it's not like bouncing in your mouth like the other one, even though it was 40%. And the fact that there's the sherry casks, it really kind of levels out that peat taste so that you have a peated whiskey, but it's not like, you know, full of tar, put it that way. If I can pull out any more complex tastes, there's something like people would describe as leather. I don't know how you could say you've tasted leather because I've never licked my belts, but I do realize there might be something like that. Is this pleasant? I find this extremely pleasant, but this is the way I am. I like the peated ones better, so I probably should have tested this one, and I probably will come back another time and test it against my Connemara. I think it's the 12 years, and I should have had, yeah, I did a wrong test. I should have put my Redbreast, which is a less peated Irish one, next to the Doublewood, and the Laphroaid next to the Connemara. But we'll learn. Anyway, this is a nice dram. As you've noticed, for those who might be wondering, I'm not taking large quantities. This is just a taste. And the fact is, actually, these bottles are supposed to last a long time, at least at our house. So, yeah. So this is my whiskey test. And I know some of you aren't going to listen all the way to here, so it doesn't matter. But, I mean, for those who are interested, these are, if you're traveling and you see this one, the Laphroaid PX cask, yeah, just go and buy it. Okay. DC signing off. Whiskey Vlog. Take care. 2 drams.